And you as a fighter, you Olympian,
Right.
bronze medalist, 2008 Beijing. That had to be a coolest experience. That's an accolade on your resume, or a notch to have in your mind. Like,
yeah, it was. It's amazing. It really is, and it's changed my life. When I was 16, I was the champion of England. Well, when I was 13, I was the champion of England. 14, 15, then 16. And what the England boxing program did, they got all of the 16-year-olds, the champions of the country, and the people who were the runners-up, the finalists, put us on a training program. It was an 8-year training program for the 2008 Olympics, and I went through the full 8 years to go to the Olympics. So it was a long goal and an amazing achievement. And I always remember the head coach Terry Edwards saying, "If you go to the Olympics, it'll change your life. And not even medaling, just going to the Olympics, it'll change your life because you be part of a very exclusive club." And I didn't really understand it until I got there and I got back, and that was 2008, so 11 years ago now, and it really has changed my life. Like you see it now, you've just mentioned it there and you brought it up. It's like it's a big thing. So yeah, it's a huge part of me and my life, and I love it. You've got the whole country behind you, and when you're in the Olympics, you're in kind of a bubble because you're in the Olympic village and you're there for like 3 or 4 weeks, and you don't know what's going on back home. So I'm from a city called Sunderland in the north of England, and no one from that city's ever been to the Olympics. So little did I know that there was camera crews, local newspapers going round interviewing people in the streets about me and about what I was doing in the Olympics, going interviewing my old school teachers, interviewing people I used to work for, all that, and I didn't know that. And when I got home and I got off the aeroplane, I went from the boy next door who owned a catering trailer to getting off the aeroplane, welcomed by people chanting my name with banners, and I was like, wow, that's like, obviously it's not an overnight success because, like I said, I was on an 8-year training program, but when I on my way to Beijing to when I got back to Beijing, it was night and day, getting pictures with everyone, signing autographs. I didn't know that it was going to be like that, and even ever since then, like I was talking to you about before the podcast, this morning I've been to a school. I took my Olympic medal in Los Angeles, talking to the kids about hard work and never giving up. It's still affecting my life right now. 11 years on, I'm still signing kids' autographs now, and it's crazy. It's crazy the effect that's on my life.
Yeah, it was funny when you were telling us that story. You were at a school talking about bullying.
Yeah.
To a bunch of it was elementary school kids?
Was it? Yeah, it was. They were like 10, 11-year-old, and the lady who asked me to go, her son was in the class, and he's been coming to our boxing gym, and she said, like, there's a kid in the class bullying him. So, I got him on the mitts, I got him gloves on, and I was letting him punch, and I was saying, oh, look how hard he punches. And I even said, if I was in this class now, I would never mess with this kid.
That's fantastic.
And then his mum was there as well, and she went, Tony, thank you so much for that. It really boosted his confidence and all that. Yeah, I mean, I used to get bullied in school, so I know how horrible it can really be.
Really?
Yeah.
But how long have you been boxing for? I mean,
yeah. So I started boxing when I was 10.
People were messing with you even when you were.
Yeah. Well, when I was 10, I got bullied. I used to have a really freckly face, and I used to call me freckly and call me horrible names. I come from a different school, moved to school, and I'm 10 years old. I went home and I was upset and crying. And what my mum and dad said is, tomorrow when you're going to go to school, as soon as you see that bully, you're going to punch him as hard as you can in the face. And I went, I'm not doing that. You are. And I was crying and, no, I'm not. Anyway, they made me go to school, and when I seen the bully, I punched him as hard as I can in the face, bust all his nose. And this is a 10-year-old. And you know what? He never said a word to us ever again. I never got bullied ever again through that. I ended up becoming friends with this kid eventually. But, that's how I got taught to deal with the bully. And it worked, But I couldn't see that in these schools. If anyone bullies you, punch them in the face, in front of the teachers, even though that might be the right way of doing it,